In this video, we're talking about the benefits of loving all people and how to do it. Now, I know for a fact that this video is going to interest a lot of people, and it actually might spark quite an interesting debate. Now, let's have a look at the topic of this video. What are the benefits of loving all people and how to do it? Now, what's the key little bit in that title? The key bit is all people. Because when you take all people, that encompasses everybody. And some of you have not had very pleasant experiences with people. In fact, I'm pretty sure all of us have had moments in life where we've not had very pleasant experiences with people. So now the question arises, how on earth do we love all people? Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like you to take you back a few years in my life. And now, obviously, I'm a coach, a guide. I help people to discover their true selves. But before, I actually used to be a prison officer. And when I was a prison officer, it really, truly opened my eyes to certain truths in this world. And certain truths are that we judge without ever being able to know the truth. And in saying that statement, full disclosure, as I usually do in these videos, I am not condoning any actions. Okay, what is wrong is wrong. If something inflicts pain onto somebody else, that in my eyes is considered wrong. If it is willfully inflicted pain onto somebody else, it's wrong. Okay, and when you look at that profession, that environment, and you ask yourself the question, well, James, how can you love all people when you're saying some of the people you were surrounded by? Sometimes we just don't know. You see, if we've been brought up in a good loving family, if we've been brought up in a place where things are okay and we were actually taught to love, doesn't mean you're any lower or higher than anybody else. But if you were in a place where you were actually taught love, then you understood the concept. It's just like when we have the terrible days. We have to have the terrible days, or how on earth are you going to know what a good day is? It's the contrast, the good and the bad, the duality of this beautiful universe that we're existing in. Okay, and this is how we truly understand this idea of how to love all people. We love all people by understanding that we don't always know everything. Okay, if you have been brought up in a horrible family, you had a terrible child and everything was shocking, then you know what I'm talking about. But we have two paths to walk always in life. We either walk a path of hatred and service to self and attacking other people because of how we feel, or we use our experiences as a tool, as the ability to help others, to spread love, to share love with the world. That is the two choices we have while we're here. Maybe there are more, but in my eyes, there are two choices. You either use your experiences for hate, or you use your experiences for love. The duality, the contrast. Some of the people who I met, they were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Or they just didn't know how to love. They didn't know this other side of life. They didn't know the duality. They didn't understand it. Can you blame them? Were you ever taught it in school? Did your friends or family ever teach it to you? These are ancient, lost thought processes that help us to fully understand what this world is all about. We're so busy moving around, making our opinions and our judgments on other people without ever looking within and asking ourselves the question, have I ever done anything wrong? Have I ever hurt anybody intentionally? You know, there are times in our lives where of course we have. You know, if you're in an argument with your partner and you call them names and you say all of the things you shouldn't say, what are you trying to do? You're trying to mirror the pain you're feeling. Or you're just doing it because you want them to be in pain. Depends who you are. What you have to understand is that to judge anybody for anything that they have done is a paradox. Do not judge them. But if they have done something wrong and they are being punished, that's fine, allow it to go. But do not judge, because judging is something that is never going to work. It is always and always will be a hypocrisy. Am I always guilty? Have I learned to never ever judge at the minute? I'm still learning. It's a human conditioned response. We learn it all through our school. You see people on the TV, the male models, the female models, the vanity, everything we're looking at, it's always focused on the exterior. But you'll never know what's inside. I don't care if they're your husband or wife. I don't care if they're your son or your daughter, or they're your family member. You'll never know what is inside because you can't experience their reality. And it's not me to say you can't understand it, that you can't, get it from a certain perspective, but you will never fully understand. Okay, you will never deeply, truly understand because you can't experience it. Just like you'll never be able to experience looking through my eyes, through my soul. It's just not possible. Not in this dimension anyway, perhaps in others. But right now, whilst we are here, you must understand that in order to love all people, there are certain things we must let go of. Judgment being one of the biggest. Judgment being one of the biggest ways to love all people. And the title of this video is, what are the benefits of loving all people? Well, I'll ask you this question. What do you believe are the benefits of loving all people? Pop them down in the comments below. But I'll tell you, for one thing, one of the biggest benefits of loving all people is you will always be able to see the little bits of the best in them. And in doing so, you will improve your own life because you'll see things that other people don't see. You'll experience other people don't experience. You'll find information and little things will happen that other people won't because they're too busy judging them. Right? Your colleague at work, they're lazy. Everyone else is going, behind their back, they're lazy, they never do any work. But you see something different. You ask yourself, why are they lazy? Did they just learn it, or are they going through something that they're hiding? And then one day you go up and you ask them, I was like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm okay, what's the matter? I'm just curious, like, how you doing? How's your 2019 been? How was last year? How was this year? And you see them pause for a moment. Yeah, no, it's okay. Are you sure? That was a bit of a long pause. Is everything alright? And you see them pause again. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. And you see them pause again. And they finally tell you that everyone in their family has died, their partner left them, their child has passed away or something horrific. Then you see, you truly, fully understand why. And then you can share your love with that person, help them to heal, help them to grow. What are the benefits? You've just made a friend for life, no doubt. We're so busy judging through this false idea of some kind of hierarchy that we fail to see some of the most important aspects of people's lives, of our own lives. How to love all people, never judge. What are the benefits? They're infinite. The benefits are fully, truly infinite. You could meet one person and they end up introducing you to one friend, that friend introducing you to your soulmate. You end up speaking to one person, helping them through their troubles and their trials. They end up sharing you to someone who's a millionaire. They want you to join into their business. In 2 years' time, you're a multi-millionaire. The benefits are truly infinite. And all because you made a choice not to come from hate, but to come from love. Because as much as it might be a fantasy and a fairy tale for some people to think of the idea of loving somebody, despite what they've done or who they are, it is a benefit to you as well. You see, as the last video that we put up, the law of one, you can either have service to self or service to others. Always come from service to others, because in doing so, you are serving yourself. And that's what people don't understand. That's why people stay at this kind of a vibration and don't elevate higher and higher, because they don't realize that service to others is serving yourself. Do you think that I'm not getting something from these videos? Do you think that I'm not experiencing a form of beauty from the feedback and from the experiences that people have and they share with me? The appreciation I get? Service to others is service to self. If you serve other people with love in your heart, you will be rewarded, you will be protected, you will be saved. If you're ever in a difficult time yourself, you will have the backing, you will have the support. The benefits of loving all people are truly, thoroughly infinite. And I just want to say as well, it doesn't mean that you have to bring them into your lives and have them around you. That's not what I mean by this. What I mean is that if you can love somebody, even though they've done the most horrific things from you, then you can set yourself free from any ties and any ability of them holding you back anymore. Because that's on them, it's not on you. Your experiences are not you. They are just something you learn and you use to propel yourself to your truest purpose, your truest desires, your soul's desires. Because I know for a fact that some people have experienced the worst, and yet they're helping millions of people because of that. Sometimes we don't see through our eyes what is happening until we find our purpose, until we discover the reasons behind what we go through. And again, I just want to fully explain that this video is completely meant from love. And there are many, many different applications. We could be doing this video for the next 7 hours, just talking about examples alone. You'll have some of your own. If you have, pop them down in the comments. I'd love to hear them. All right, but when it comes to understanding this principle of loving and coming from a place of deep, true love, it's for you. It's not for anybody else. When I say what are the benefits are solely all for you. Just because you're loving somebody who is not particularly a good person in the eyes of society doesn't mean that you're doing anything extra special for them. You're doing something extra special for yourself. Because if you can love all people, people will love you back. Right? It's just natural. If you walk up to somebody and they criticize you and they say all these nasty things, what are you going to do? You're going to be like, well, you're now on my naughty list, or you're now on my bad list. Right? If somebody comes up to you and takes an interest in you, takes the time to understand who you are, the time to see who you are and feel who you are, you'll appreciate them. We feel each other from an energetic level. If somebody really truly resonates with you and they say this person gets me, they understand me, you've made a friend for life. Of course you have. You've made a friend for life. These people who you're surrounded by, they can be your friends if you learn to approach them in the right way. And if you've got someone who is absolutely unwilling to feel any form of love, then again, love them from afar. You don't have to bring them into your life. I'm telling you this. You do not have to have them around you. Some of you are fixers. I don't get it. I don't understand. What are you trying to fix? What are you trying to do? Ask yourself where that's coming from. This is meant with love and light. Ask yourself where that's coming from. Why do you want to fix people? What makes you think that they want to be fixed? What makes you think you have the right to fix them? You have to understand that these philosophies of loving all people does not mean you have to go out of your way and destroy yourself to build them up. Loving all people comes from when you're here and you can love them to bring them to your level. And if they're still down here, then just love them from over there. If you are a fixer, do not take this video as, you're never going to give up, you're never going to trust me, sometimes we need to just give up and let go. You're focused on trying to change someone that you just don't gel with. And again, some people will comment down below and they say, who are you to say that somebody can't desire and manifest and want to... I understand that. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just giving you a perspective. Think about it. Think about it. Your life can be easy. It really can. If you learn to love and if you learn to come from a loving place, it really can be easy. So, anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this. Like I say, subscribe, like down below, and follow me on Instagram. That'll be down the bottom of this video as well. And just keep on shining, keep on coming on this journey. Help me to share these videos out if you can. I'd really appreciate it. If you're talking to your friends and family, just say, hey, I watched this video, it's really cool, you should too. And just, I really appreciate the help of getting it out there. So listen, guys, I hope you all have an absolutely beautiful day. I appreciate all of you, and I look forward to hearing your response on the video down below, and I hope that you enjoy the next video. Take care, and I'll see you later on.